Hello everyone, xHedra here bringing you episode 20 of Oxygen Not Included, a mod pack by Klei. So, in the last episode, we did a lot of prep work for the third planet, which now stands at having 3 places ready to get started almost, but not quite. But in this episode, we should start seeing some volcano activity, unless they're all dormant, which would be extremely ironic. And we've still got a couple of things to do. So first off, I completely forgot something. These are not connected anywhere. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down like this and like this with a joint plate. And we're going to connect all of that. And we're probably going to make this priority 7 so that it gets done ASAP. Basically, we need this to be on our main power grid so that we also bring power to all of these things here, because we haven't put in the cooling system. Like, that's something we're going to have to do. I'm going to let that complete first because I want to have power everywhere, and we'll get back to that in a moment. Now, on Euchera, I have an issue. The issue is called infinite water cleaning. You see this poor little dupe Ari? He's here and he's just mopping and mopping and mopping. You can see the numbers. They're really, really small. That's because this is always flowing. So I'm going to stop his work. And I'm going to show you. So first off, let's reactivate those two so that they get completed. And see, now they're picking up the crude oil that they're going to bring here. But I don't like that it's being brought here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the priority on this. And the moment it's finished emptying, right, like now, I'm going to remove crude oil. And the reason I'm going to stop doing that is I don't want them to have to go up here or up here to... Oh, I already removed that one. So I don't want them to have to go so high. I just want them to do this right here. So I'm going to wait for them to finish building these two things. And I'm going to show you how the only way I've ever found to handle forever water cleaning. Let's just, come on. Hello? Oh, it's night. Let's go to the next planet. Oh, so right here, I also want to send plastic over because we're running out of plastic on the other planet. There's not much to be done here right now. It's really those two planets that I have to contend with. And this is now fully connected. Stop pausing. If I look at this, yeah, it's fully connected. Okay, so we're going to start this one because I think this volcano is already active. So first off, we're going to... Oh, God. We're going to need to put a cooling system. So I'm going to come right here into the refinement. Oh, sorry. Let's go. Let's pause. I'm sorry. I'm going to pause just to build this because it's going to be much easier. So we're going to go into utilities. We're going to get a thermal aqua tuner made out of steel that we're going to put right here. Oh, before, let me check something. Am I allowed to put a sensor over the bridge here? So I'm going to want a liquid pipe thermal sensor out of steel. Oh, yes, I'm good. Perfect. With automation, like this, I'm going to need to power this. So out of steel, like this. And great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have these go into one liquid pipe. We're going to go like this, like this. We're going to jump across and jump across. Can I put a liquid vent here? Yes, I can. I want it to fall. No, I'm going to put it right here. And the reason I'm going to put it right here is that I want the liquid to fall on the thermal aqua tuner. So we're going to go like this. And then it's going to be one liquid bridge right here, one liquid bridge like that, so that water can go this way if we need to. Then we're going to need another liquid bridge right here to cross over. I don't want it to be in the heat. I'm going to put that right here and the other liquid bridge right here. Let's just quickly see what my pipes are going to be. So I'm going to go like so into here and here. Exit out of here and into here. Go up here. Oh, okay. So I have an idea. I'm going to build a tile here and here like this. And this is going to become a cooling channel for the end of my loop. So I'm also going to put some radiant pipe like this all the way to here, which means I also need to disconnect this right here and right here. And I'm going to need another other bridge like so. Okay, so this should take care of this whole place except for the power. So for the power, I'm also going to come right over here, grab a large power transformer because we need at least 1200 for this. So we're going to go like that. And this can be made out of lead. Ooh, I never brought power here. I also need power right here. And this, we're going to need to extend the heavy watt wire right here. Okay, so all of this now is complete. Like it should build a wholly functional system. I'm going to let that build and we're going to go back on Euchera and I'm going to show you how to handle this. First off, we're going to set this to polluted water, crude oil, and water. And we're going to set that to 8 and we're going to copy the setting right here. And I'm going to show you. So first off, the only way that I've seen how to get rid of this is I'm going to do max priority mopping right here. So my 2 dupes should start running over and start mopping. Second dupe is on his way. And then you just continuously move forward like this. So this one's going to jump ahead. And now they're always going to move to the next. So the moment this one finished, the next one goes to the next, which next goes to the next, and so on. So there's never water that's going to go behind, and there's always one leapfrogging in front of the other. So this way, we're going to get rid of all of it. It's not good that it's on max priority, but I've honestly never really found another way because it's almost as if infinite water gets produced when there's 2 liquid on top of another one. I'm sure it's not infinite. I'm sure there's something mechanical about it that I'm not getting, but this is the one way I found of clearing this. I'm going to let them finish. And one important thing to be careful, after having so much like this, don't give them another task. Give them a chance to go eat or go to the bathroom or do something else. So usually it's something that I end up doing at the very beginning of a day. See, he ran immediately back home because he needed to go to the bathroom, and that could have been bad. And he's also hungry, so hopefully he's going to get a piece to eat. Yeah, so we're all good here. Now let's go back to Leaflin. This is still building. This is going to take a little while. Now, the reason I'm building this right here, like these tiles, is that I'm going to put 2 metal tiles right here because I have my cooling loop going through it. And see, I don't want it to be cooled in there, so I'm going to replace that piece right there so that once things are picked up and travel around, they're going to go out here and then they're going to get cooled even more and end up on a metal tile. I just need to close this so that I have a vacuum before I do anything else. We're just going to let them continue building that, which is taking a bit of a little while, but it's not a problem. Once this is fully built, we're going to see if the volcano is active, and we're going to build the next part. I'm going to do this right here, and I'm going to do this right here. I'm just trying to figure where I'm going to position stuff like this. So this I need to deconstruct, and this I need to deconstruct because basically I'm going to put the cooling system here and here. I want them closer to the steam pump, the steam turbine, so that they can act in time. And you can go down like this so that you can, yeah, so that you can connect. I don't know why they're prioritizing this. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Why are you already picking stuff? Oh, this is cool. How is this cool? It's above. If it's below 120. Apparently, this one's already active. What's going on right here? Do I have a rail behind this? No. Oh, they're just teleporting. Okay, so now we send some extremely very hot gold up here. Holy cow. Let me check. Where's the gold? 8 ton. Oh my god. Move. Move to. Where can I get rid of this gold ASAP? Here, I guess. Oh my god, this is just not good. I'm gonna leave it here and we'll see how toasty it makes my base, but this is not what I wanted to happen. Oh, this is not good. Anyway, so mistakes were made here if it's below 120. We only want to let things go through if it's below 120. Below 120 and right here below 120. Okay. That's sad, but it is what it is. Okay, let's go back to Euchera. I think we're a new day again, so let's do the same trick on this side. We're going to ask our dupe to come and manage this liquid as soon as possible. And there should be, yeah, they should be good to go now. Come on. Yeah, so this one we might need to end because I'm going to keep an eye on the day so that they don't go. See, he's really hungry. If I stop now, though, I'm going to have to restart this whole process. I can't take a chance. Let's just continue later. I really didn't time things properly, unfortunately. Stories of my life. Anyway, so let's go back to all the planets. What about this one? Everything looks good here. Oh, not everything looks good here. We're having a water short. 3,700. Yeah, no, we don't have an oxygen problem at all. We do have a water problem, so we're going to have to connect this water source at some point. Let me check. So this is empty. This is empty. We have another water source right here that I have to take care of. There's so much water to take care of everywhere. This is still working beautifully. Okay, so if I go back to this planet, how are things going? What's the schedule like? I need to check the schedule for these two. They're not on the same schedule, I think. Oh, this is annoying me. I'm going to deconstruct this door just so that it stopped being building damage. And while we're here, let's look at our achievements, which I completely forgot to start the episode with. Some reservation and soft launch. Build a launch pad on a world without a teleporter. Well, that's been there for a while. And what's the other one? Some reservation. Improve duplicate morale by designating 4 areas as nature reserve. Okay. Those were 2 very easy ones. Oh, what happened here? That's sometimes when you're loading, there's like, when you're pausing and loading, there's a time where sometimes instead of forming, like instead of becoming solid immediately, they form a full tile. It's kind of weird. Oh, look at this, 86 ton. Yeah, we're really good on sulfur. Perfect. Let's go back to, let's also look at the research. I'm going to dismiss all of this and dismiss the last achievement because there were 2. So it showed this twice. And since we're here, let's go get our next blueprint. No. Metal. Okay, so research-wise, where are we at? Look at this. All of this is finished. We're now researching the cryofuel propulsion, which is only waiting on applied science, which is radiation, because radiation is not being produced fast. And you know what? I'm going to switch over to this one. We've done all of the data bank. So I'm going to switch to this one because it's going to do the 100 and the 70. But then the rest is just going to be as slow as this little thing goes. Like it's always waiting on more rad bolts in here. I'm just also going to make sure that it's 7. Hello. 777. And this one's 9. Perfect. Let's go back on Leafland to see. Okay, this is wholly built. So now what we need to do, 2 things right now. First off, we need to bring coolant solution in here. We're going to connect this and we're going to go like this with a bridge right over here. And I'm going to prioritize that. And then I'm going to make sure and certain that this is not going to turn on. I'm going to say if it's above 100. So this should not start. And then I'm going to be able to get all of this started, I believe. Let me just check the connection. The power connection, sorry. Yeah, this is connected. This is connected. This is connected. Before we also need the... Oh my god, what the heck? This is connected. Yeah. M11 urgent. I cannot have fuel in here. Because this is going to turn to sour gas and this is going to make a full and complete nightmare for us. Okay, so take the petroleum and move it to right over here. And do that ASAP. I want this out of here immediately. Great. Perfect. Okay, so that was scary. And this should not turn on. This is the point of this. This will not turn on. The whole loop is going to get filled. And once the whole loop is going to get filled, we're going to disconnect the bridge. Well, deconstruct the bridge. Done. So this loop will never have more liquid than this. Then, like I said, we're going to make these two metal tiles. And then I'll be able to connect everything properly. Oh, wait, there's a rail here. Deconstruct 9. There a rail behind that one too? No, okay. Okay. So now we have the cooling solution. And we're going to go right here. What's the temperature of that? 40 degree. We're going to say if it's above 40, cool it down. We don't want to cool it down unnecessarily. So we're just going to, I think 40 is correct for here. Maybe 30 would be better. For now, let's start with 40 and we'll see. So now that we have that, we're going to deconstruct this right here. And we're going to dig out this copper. Which means this salt water should come in contact with this molten lead and this copper right here. And it should start flashing to steam. Hey, voila. Which immediately starts these steam turbine because the steam is 130 degree. Okay, so right here, we're going to say only allow it when it's below 120. And now I need to build my shipping system. So conveyor loader. Out of steel, for sure, right here. We're going to make this a hurry. And these tiles are at 36 degree. Perfect. But let's wait for this to be built. Come on. And see, it's not enough water in here. What we're going to do is I'm going to reconnect this. Come on, give me the conductive wire. Reconnect this, and so this should be able to bring liquid in here. I don't know how much I'm going to want. What I'm going to do is let's just put that for now and we will see. Great, so now I can explain the system. So this volcano is dormant. Of course it's dormant now. So this volcano spews out very, very, very hot copper. Okay. The copper, because there's a lot of steam, well, a lot of steam. What I'm going to be aiming for is at least 5 kilograms of steam in every tile, which I think we almost already have. Hello? Okay. And what we want is to cool that debris. That debris on the ground is presently at 707 degrees Celsius. That's why we have this loop going around. So now I'm going to say load all of this with everything. Technically, we could just say copper, but we have some salt. So let's go with all of this and let's switch to that. So it grabs the very hot copper that comes in. And when it hits this, this is not below 120. Oh, how did you go through? Oh, this piece was... So you see that piece was 67 degree. So that one got let through. Okay, so the granite is not hot enough. So it's exiting the steel also. But whatever is too hot is staying in here. So now we're just going to wait for this to get completely full so that you see how it works. I want this whole thing, this rail completely full. Sometimes there's a hole, and when there's a hole, this bridge lets a bit more on it. But if it's not full, it won't let anything on it. So at some point, there shouldn't be any more gap. But these little packets, okay, they're split in 20 grams, so 20 kilograms. If you look at this copper, on this steel rail, there's 20 kilogram of copper at 216 degree, which is going through the steam, but it's not enough steam for now. But it's going through the steam and just above the steam turbine. So it's warming up the steam and it's cooling down the metal at the same time. So as soon as any of this goes below 120, this is going to let it go through. Now, the reason you also want this to round robin, sometimes you'll have a bug where what's left on the ground copper-wise is going to be so tiny, like 10.10 gram or something like that, that the sensor is unable to read it. But then by circulating always, it's going to get more added to it at some point and it's going to start working. So right now, what's my quantity of steam? It's still not a lot. We're going to let through just a little bit more and see what's the pressure. So this is creating more steam, and this is still cooling slowly, and you'll see everything. See, a lot of them just exited right now because they got cooled to enough. And if I come down here and look at this, I've got some lead at 68 degree, got some copper at 67 degree, 68 degree. So everything is cooling down. And if I come in and look at this right here, this should slowly start cooling down because the aqua tuner is cooling it. Technically, I would prefer these not activating when the temperature is so low. Right now, I just want the system to get started and go through and start like doing the job that it's supposed to do. So I'm going to leave it like that for now, which means I can now start the next loop. So the next loop is going to be right here. We're going to put an aqua tuner right here. We're going to put a thermal sensor right here, and then we're going to go with the pipe. So again, same thing. We're going to go pipe like this and like this. Well, we can do this. Let's unpause, and I'm going to have a gold radiant liquid pipe go right here. Then we can have liquid bridge this way, liquid bridge that way, and liquid bridge right here. Now we're going to need to bring some water. So right here I have two turbines, two sets of turbines. I'm going to go like so. And the other one, I want it to go on the volcano. So I'll go right here and we'll switch those around. I can now remove. Hello? Oh my God, pausing. Yes. So these two are going to exit here to go down like this. These two, like this, to exit right on top of the thermal aqua tuner. So one exit here and one exit here. So that should be great. Oh, this one's going to need power though. So I need to bring a power cable right here. I have power cables everywhere else. Same for this one. Okay, so I'm going to let this one get built. And once this one is built, we're going to do the same thing we did to this one. We're going to prime it and start it. Can I build a bottle emptier right here? Oh, yes, I can. Perfect. We're going to dig that one out. And ideally, what we're going to do, we're going to start putting a little bit of salt water right here. And to get some salt water, we're going to put a pitcher pump right here, which should give us water and salt water. Okay, so I'm going to need some automation wires right here made out of steel to go like that. And I'm just waiting for these connective wire. Now we're going to have a potential power problem is that we have no batteries anywhere. And I made a mistake here. I'm not super happy about what I ended up doing here. Because right here, 2 spaces is not enough to build anything. So what I really want to do is like this, is I want to build, let's make it out of sedimentary rock because we have a lot. Let's do a level like this. Because I'm going to want to put batteries up here. We're going to just let all of that get built. And right here, liquid, we're going to say brine, I guess, or salt water. Enable auto bottle 8. I just want a little bit in here for when we activate the volcano. If we do activate the volcano, that is. Okay, so right here, see, the rail is completely empty because everything got below 120, and this is now dormant, and this is no longer using any power whatsoever. The metal tiles are at 30, and if I'm looking at this, look at this beautiful, the lead is now at 39, the copper is now at 39, the steel, like everything, just the temperature just went down on everything because of this. Once we get more power later, I might bring this down to below 30, so that gets cooled even more, but we'll see, like it's one step at a time right now. Now this one, nothing's exiting because there's no steam to transfer the heat between the two. I'm just going to wait for all of this to build, and once all of this is built, we're going to need the same principle. We're going to need to load up this loop like this. And this one, we need to say if it's above 100, just to make sure that it does not start. You never want to start it until your loop is full of liquid. So now I'm just going to try and prioritize the build of these two things. This one's built. Perfect. I'm just waiting on these two, which means this loop is now filling, which is great. Hopefully we have still enough. Ooh, I don't know that we have enough. So we're going to need to wait for some more fuel, some more petroleum to be sent to... Oh, I think we're going to just be barely enough. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, deconstruct the liquid bridge. We don't need it anymore. And the reason I put the bridge in the wall is that if you put the bridge in the chamber, then there's going to be heat transfer between the two. I don't want any heat transfer. So this is going well. Let's try and start this one. Well, first of all, we need to connect this and... Okay, now I need to fix some power issue. Can I do this? Okay. Let's do this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a door right here. This door is going to be super important. I'll explain in a moment. I want these two things built. Now, the reason I don't want to be here too long is that I need to be careful not to stupidly irradiate my dupes like you're seeing here. So the door's built and this is built. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to not allow in this direction. So no one else can come here. So now I can build this diagonally like this. So I'm going to go, we're going to fill this place with battery. Okay. So we're going to prioritize this. And this is going to get built diagonally so that they're in the least amount. How? How did you go through the door? Ah. They jumped over the door. Copy settings like this. Perfect. So now they're no longer allowed to go this direction. Now I can deconstruct the next two, and we're just going to build it like this, so that doing it in this slow direction, they're going to be exposed to a lot less radiation, and we're just going to add batteries as we go. So deconstruct the next one, next battery, and then this is going to be easy to cool if we decide to cool it. Construct. And deconstruct. And next one. It's so much easier like this. So they're still going to get a little bit of radiation, but I think they have radiation pills still in the capsule, so they should end up being okay. Deconstruct. Only a couple left, and then again, we should never be going in there again anymore. So long term, it should not be a problem. Perfect. That's going to be one more battery, and we're going to put one more here. We're going to expand this. Deconstruct this. And voila. Okay. So then I'm going to now deconstruct this battery, because this battery is going to need to become a transformer like this that we're going to connect right here. And once this is done, we're going to disconnect this power right here. Oh. Okay, let's just see that get built. And yeah, they all got too much rad, but they should never be going in here ever again anymore, hopefully. Whew. Okay. So let's see how this is going. Oh, well, I guess I'm opening blueprints with you guys. Let's print that out. Ooh, strawberry speckle. This is juicy. And basic ratio. I do not care about the clothes. Really, honestly, do not care whatsoever about the clothes, but it is what it is. Okay. So I'm still waiting to be able to start this. This is below 120. I might need a bit of water. See, the problem is this. So I'm going to make the next loop, although the next loop is going to... Yeah, let's build. I'm not going to start this right now, but this is going to be the next loop, like this. Into the equituner below. Coming out of the equituner. And coming right like here. Then I'm going to have the gold going across like this. And then let's just do the liquid bridge. There's going to be one here, one here, one here. And then there's going to need to be one here. Ah, let me grab my bridge again. So one here, and I want it to fall on like this. Great. So now I can finish this up. And up. This up. We're going to immediately disconnect these two. Now I need the two water exit. So the reason I'm doing this right now is that I cannot bring water to my system right now. I can only do it by manual piping, and that is not good. Let's bring that right here. And then I'm going to need automation wire this. And then I'm going to need power wires made out of steel like this. Great. All of this should be good. And like I said, the reason I'm doing this is I'm going to make sure to fill this loop with whatever I can so that now I'll be able to... Oh, I'm going to have to disconnect this. Let's disconnect this. That's why it's keeping on filling. Hopefully that's going to be enough for my loop because I really need this whole place to be filled out with liquid. Let's just get a bit more salt. Oh, 800 kilograms. So just a little bit more is going to max out this place. That should be the last that we're going to need. And then we're going to open up this volcano. Ah, you can just do it. I think this volcano is ready to erupt. I'm not sure yet. For now, I'm going to turn all of this off and all of this off. I won't steam before I start anything. I absolutely need to get a good amount of steam in here so that everything will be able to work perfectly. Okay, so is this volcano dormant or not? I don't know. We'll see if it does erupt anytime soon. I'm going to need to bring my scientists to be able to analyze this at some point, though. And this one right here, I'm going to let it put one last liquid brine. Then I'm going to disable auto bottle. Perfect. So no more auto bottle. This should no longer be bringing brine here. I want to finish this one. And, oh, rising pressure. Let's just stay on it. We might see it erupt. Which should flash this salt water almost immediately into steam. This, we need to make sure it doesn't start until there's enough steam, or else this is going to warm like stupid. I think I'm going to do this here also. You don't want the water to escape. Okay, so this is erupting with gold. And the gold is immediately turning into solid at 130 degree. Oh, wow. There's not enough gold to flash the water because there's too much water. Okay, so that's why. This is very high temperature so that it does not start. And right now, until this is all flashed to steam, we're not going to be ingesting and putting anything more in here. And here's the loop. The loop's not finished because it's not finished. Here we're going to do the same thing because I don't want the water coming out to fall on, like to go lower. I want it to stay over here. No. That's not what I wanted to do. I want the insulated pipe like this. Okay, all of this, see this? No more steam because this place, it just, the volcano's dormant. Until it reactivates, nothing's going to happen here. Right here, well, it's not dormant, but it's not very productive yet. So we're going to have to wait a little bit on that. Technically, could start this also. Let's just open up this one also. We're going to get a lot of steam fast if all of this starts at the same time. But we need to get these started, and at least wait for some liquid. So right here, I'm going to say brine, salt water, 9 enable auto bottle, same thing. Come on. Finish opening this up. And the aluminum, it's 1700. It's less hot than the gold. I thought the aluminum was a lot hotter than the gold. So now we have two possible. No, but this one's dormant. So this one's not going to do anything. And here, see, I don't want to start that one until I have an amount of liquid. Oh, this one's already started though. Let's just do this and see what's going to happen. I want both of these to have 800 kilogram of water. Copy settings. In here. This one above 120. Did you turn on? No, you didn't turn on. Whew. That was just in time, or else we would have had a problem with our loop here. So now I can deconstruct this, and we're going to have to store this somewhere. So I'm going to do this and these two. And we're going to put a tank right here temporarily. So this is going to be to hold my fuel, my extra fuel. Oh, save. It's saving. Like this. Perfect. Oh, and we already got some steam, but I don't know from where. Let's dig this out. And this is overheating because there's not enough steam. Okay, so we need to prioritize this like crazy, or all of this is going to get broken. How did this not empty? Oh, it's on the track. This same. Need to empty this immediately. We're not ready to get any of this started. So we're going to deconstruct you. And just please, 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 please make things okay. So just so that you guys understand what's going on right now. This was warm enough that the moment we put water, it flashed, but it flashed to 500 degree, and the steel is unable to manage that yet. So we just need this to be working really hard, and we're going to deconstruct this battery immediately. Oh, no. Don't deconstruct this battery. We have an issue right here. Okay, we're going to just try and do a quick fix. Because I need power over here, and I'm not providing power. Large power transformer like this, and like this. And let me grab some. Come on, lead wire. Oh. Okay, so right now, please get this done ASAP. Deconstruct this ASAP. Deconstruct this ASAP. Great. So now we've got a lot more steam. The temperature of the steam is becoming more reasonable. And how much steam do we have in here? Not enough. It's falling on here. I just need this to be done. I think we're going to salvage everything. I just need this to be done as soon as possible. And basically what I'm going to need to do right now is disconnect this. And this 9. Great. Okay, so I think this is going to be enough. We're going to disable auto bottle. We're going to put this at 9. And I think we're going to be able to this is power. Oh no, it's not powered yet. Okay, let's just wait a little bit more. We really need these to be built now. Auto bottle. Disable auto bottle. Great. Going to wait for this to be built. Just give me a moment. Oh, it's building it out of hot gold. Really? What's the temperature here? Not so bad. Not so bad everywhere. Okay, so all of this is now powered and it's letting stuff out. It's letting gold out because of the temperature. Now, let me just check this. This is 120 degrees. That's all too hot. I'm going to have to take care of that a bit later. For now, we'll let it escape just so that we can see what's happening. And now we can rebuild this out of steel and we can rebuild this out of steel. The little piece of gold is staying there because there's nothing to start from. So let's get that done as soon as possible. Do you see the steam has a hard time getting there because this section is so cold that the steam is just flashing back to water. If that starts producing though, so I'm going to say this, it's above 40. This is going to start working. So this is going to heat up, but it has water to keep itself cool. So if I look at here, this is now cooling the water. And I think this one I'm going to put to 30 because this up here is already so high. I'm just going to use all of the power right here. So this one, I'm going to say all. It's going to start filling with all of these packets of metal and whatever. And it's just going to load the loop. And only if it's below 120, it's going to let things go out. So all of this gold was already, it's still very hot, but it's below 120. What I'm going to do for now is we're going to need to find a better cooling solution. This is not going to work because now this is all going to go up here and this is going to be way too hot and start making this place scorching hot. But we'll deal with that in a moment. Let me just check. So right here, this one's dormant. Okay. So now let's open up this place right here. So this is not dormant, but again, this is not working because there's no steam. Just let's go back to Euchera while we're waiting for this. And you know what? I just want to get this finished or this project will never get finished. Let's just manage these and make sure that it all gets finished. Like this. And this should finish all of that. After this being fully, like we won't ever have any more liquid down here. Well, We're not supposed to get any more liquid down here unless I have a surprise somewhere that I did not manage properly. But that should be all good. Now, why did this stop? What is it doing here? It stopped because we're out of space to store water. Oh boy. This is water. Let's do that. Just until we're done with the water, because for the rest, I'm not sure. So I'm going to recut this the moment I see something other than water. Here we go. This is now good. Why did you decide to go over there? I hate you. I don't know why he decided to go and jump the queue. So see, I told you, this needs to be monitored. I didn't monitor it. And this is what happens when you stop monitoring weird behavior. Like, these liquid things have always been a problem for me. At least now it's going to get... I'm not going to care. You guys can start for now. Just finish this. There's like 20, 30 packets left. 27, 26. 18. Yeah. You're complaining. So the guy that left, I think, was about to starve to death or something. There's some times where they just don't care about the red alert anymore and they just go and get better or do what they need to do. I think he's going to be able to finish it though, because there aren't two stacked liquid. Great. That's one last problem taken care of. Now let's go back to Leafland. And, oh, look at this beautiful steam in here. Okay, so now that this is fully steamed up, this is really working well. We've got thousands of kilogram. How is this right here? So, yeah, it's dormant, of course. So I'm going to put that on all. And this is just basically slowly going to start emptying this loop. And this one's not started, but we have Volcano tamed. It's really just a question of having enough steam. And the other thing is that if it powers down, you need to make sure that there's still water in all of those places. So right now, this is not activating, so there's no risk, but this is in vacuum and it would warm up really fast if we started it without steam. So until this flashes completely and makes a lot of steam, there's nothing much we can do. And basically, these are only hard to start when everything's cold. Now, once everything in here is going to stabilize to 100-degree temperature or something, it's all going to be golden. Technically, we could also be doing the same thing here. The problem is I don't know these temperature. No, they're not hot enough yet. They would just be taken out of the loop immediately. So honestly, I think that's going to be the episode. There isn't like much more I can do with this right now until we have like all the system working better. I can't even activate this cooling loop. And by the way, this cooling loop is going to be extended to go over the batteries because I'm going to want to cool and these and the batteries. So that should be good. And I can extend 2 more battery banks down here if I want to. Made a mess. Who made a mess? Why? Use the bathroom. Oh. Okay, so that's why. Now they're all going to be peeing all over the place. I need to solve this. Oh, because I never put it back onto this. Okay, let's... This is now urgent. Oh, See, this is what I keep saying and I keep not doing. This is one of the biggest problem of playing this game sometimes. Like, if you do not solve the problem forever, the problem will creep up at the worst possible time. So, I'm going to have to fix this before the next episode for sure. And this loop has lost some water, which I don't know how or why. So we're also going to want to fill this loop so that it's completely full so we never have this problem ever again. Okay, so this is restarted. Now let's just get rid of this pea water everywhere. Come on. Get rid of the pea water, please. Oh, and we have a duplicate to pick. Oh, whoa, 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 not a duplicate. A metal. No, 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 no. Upper. Let's pick that metal. Okay, so that's restarted. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just completely stop this. And I'm no longer going to be playing with this until I fix the loop. So this has enough water that it's primed once again. And it should all be working beautifully now. Great. So let's go back to my other planet. And I think I'm going to bring the episode to an end because I need... So in my time lapse, I'm going to break into this water source. I'm just tired of seeing that full of hot water. Oh, 49 degrees. So it did reduce a lot. I'm going to enclose this to make ready to manage it at another time. I'm also going to open this water source, but this is highly polluted water. So this is water that's going to need to be flash boiled so that we kill all the germ, because if we put it in here, we're going to create a lot of pollution. And that's going to be it. Also, oh, yeah, all good. Also, maybe, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, that's not what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is from here, I'm going to bring my dupes back home and I'm going to send my researcher over because I'm just going to tell my researcher to analyze all of these geysers. No, sorry. So yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make sure that I analyze all the geysers. So I'm going to seal that one up to make sure there's no mess, but I'm going to analyze that one. Then I'm going to analyze this one right here. I'm going to analyze these four. I'm going to analyze this one. The carbon dioxide one, I don't really care. You know what? I don't care either about this one. So no, I'm probably not going to analyze that one. But I'm going to want to analyze my water ones and just make sure that everything's okay. And I want this hydrogen vent to be tamed at some point so that we also have hydrogen for another source of power in here. But the whole idea of this place is that it's going to use the solar panel when things are dormant. It's going to use a steam turbine to cool the volcanoes. And we're now getting multiple type of metal. We're getting some copper here, gold and gold, aluminum and aluminum. And I'm going to need a cooling solution. So the next step is going to be making a cooling chamber in here. So next episode, what I'm going to do is we're going to start our space exploration. I'm going to have to make a better fuel rocket and just start having my rocket go around to find the other planet, because right now I don't have iron. I haven't found a renewable source of iron for my steel. I'm basically going to bring that back, get my scientists, study those places, make sure that everything's started. And for the saltwater geyser, it's going to be at 95. We're probably going to use it to, we're probably going to transform it into water just by flashing it to steam. I'm probably going to need a mechanism to inject when the steam pressure is not high enough. I do need to be careful. These volcanoes are not working above 10 kilogram. So that is something that I absolutely need to be careful about. But that being said, next episode is going to be rocket exploration a little bit. And then we're going to have 3 episodes of fun projects. One project is going to be making a petroleum boiler for here so that we have fuel forever. And on the main planet, we're going to want to tap. It's saving, sorry. On the main planet, we're going to want to start cooling this down. But we don't necessarily want to cool it down. What we really want to do is tap this for geothermal power. This is going to let us just go crazy with cooling loops and using as much power as we want. We're going to be able to get rid of all of this carbon dioxide. And what I think we're going to do is we're going to start looking at quests and what are the next quests. So petroleum boiler, chiller for the volcano planet, and some star exploration so that we can start mining POVs, like mining some asteroids. Yeah, that's too much to do again, like always. So guys, I'm going to pause this here and I'm going to go into a time lapse where I'm going to prepare a lot of stuff for the next episode. And I'm just going to try and get a couple out in a row. So because they're very clear. Like one step is build a petroleum boiler. Second step, build, like it's all pre-thought in my head where we're going next. Guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.